Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today's video is part of an amazing playlist. I'll have more information on that in just a bit. So for this first project, I have these 4 miniature cutting boards from Hobby Lobby, and that piece of wood was from Dollar Tree. And I just took the Waverly chalk paint in white and I gave everything 2 coats. I just did the edges of the cutting boards. Now I'm taking some of this paper I printed out from Creative Fabrica. If you haven't seen them yet, guys, you got to go check them out. They're amazing. So I'm just tracing the cutting board on all of the paper and I'm going to cut everything out and glue it. I have blue ones that are going on one side and pinkish reddish that are going on the other side. And then once everything is glued down, I'm just taking my finger sander and going over all of the edges to get any of the excess paper off. Then I have these printables. They're on that water slide paper from Hippo. And I am just cutting as close as I can to the print. And then once I have them all cut out, I'm going to start putting them in the water so that I can place them on the paper. Now, if I had thought this through a little more, I would not have used the paper because I had a hard time, because you're supposed to dampen the area that you're going to put the water slide on, and I wasn't able to do that because of the paper and the bleeding of the ink. So while that is soaking, I am just going to line up all of the cutting boards so that I know where on the cutting board to put the printout. Now, again, I guess I should have thought this through more, because when I went to put the print on it, the print on the paper itself was too busy and you couldn't see anything through it. So all I did was I took some more of that Waverly white chalk paint and I just put like a brushing, as you'll see right here. And that brought it out just enough so that the print actually showed up. And I gotta tell you, happy accidents, right? So I absolutely love the way this came out in the end, and I'm glad that I had to use that paint. And once I get everything stuck down, I found this adhesive burlap ribbon on Amazon. Guys, don't buy it. It's really not that great. I ended up having to hot glue it anyway, because when you're peeling off the back, most of the sticky stuff comes off with it. But anyways, I made it work, and again, it looks really great. So I'm just going to wrap a small piece around all 4 of the handles. And then you can see here, I did have to hot glue some of it down. And then I just took the paintbrush and did a dry brushing on all 4 cutting boards on both sides. And now here I'm just going to measure a piece of this ribbon. I do end up putting it around the base. But first of all, I take this cork sheet from Dollar Tree and I'm just going to trace out the base so that I can put it on the bottom so that it's not scratching anything that I put it on. And here I go, just putting this horrible ribbon on the base. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks nice. It just, I don't know, I guess maybe they could have made it a little better. I don't know. Anyway, I like how it came out. So I know I've already said that. And now I am just going to line everything up, make sure I have them all in the right position before I start gluing everything down. And then I take some of the wood glue from the Dollar Tree and then I put a little bit of hot glue in the center and I'm just going to start gluing all of the pieces onto the base. And that's it, guys. Look how adorable. I got lemons on one side, cherries on the other. How stinking cute is this? I know I might be a little biased, but I'm telling you, this thing is so cute. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. So this video is part of the Quick Change Challenge. It is hosted by Theresa at Theresa B DIY, and this month's co-host is Sarah from Sunflowers and DIYing. I absolutely love these ladies. They are so amazing, both of them. If you haven't checked them out yet, go ahead and do so. I will have both of their links as well as the playlist in my description box down below. So for this next project, I have this round hoop, I guess, from Hobby Lobby, and then this little truck kit that has interchangeable backings. And so right now I start out with my Arteza paint pens, but I do end up changing to the gel pens. This was very tedious, people. But anyways, I got it done, came out super cute. So I am just going to color all of these pieces in every single piece. Again, it was tedious, but in the end, came out super cute. Now that everything is colored in, I'm gonna take this hoop, ring, wreath ring, whatever it is, and I'm going to open, I got this burlap fabric. I believe it was on Amazon. I'm not 100% positive about that, but I think it was. And I'm just going to hot glue the burlap onto this ring. And then I'm just going to cut all around the ring and get all of the excess burlap off. Then I'm going to take this hanger that was on the truck and I'm just going to hot glue it to the back of this wreath form. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it, a wreath form. Then I'm gonna take this truck and a tumbling tower block. I'm going to hot glue that to the back of the truck, and this will allow me to hot glue the truck onto the wreath form and have it be flush with the other side, flat, even with the other side. because I am using the lip that holds all of the backs for the truck. So I got that all done. Now I'm taking this ribbon. It's burlap with some buffalo check on the outside. It's a Christmas ribbon, and I got it for 75% off at Michael's. And I did the awareness bow and then cinched it in the center and took the jute and just tied it in the back. Then I dovetail the ends, and then I take one piece of the ribbon that I cut off and I make like a little center piece to cover the jute. And then, of course, I'm just going to hot glue it to the top of the wreath form. And then I take the tails and I tack them down so that they kind of stay in place, if that makes sense. Of course it makes sense. You see me do it all the time. But anyway, so this is it. And then I'm going to show you each individual piece. This one's for 4th of July, obviously. And then we have some spring flowers. And then we have summertime at the beach. Can't wait for the beach. And then we have some pumpkins and some Christmas trees. I think this came out so adorable. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think. And then for my last project, I have this floating shelf, one of the pictures from fall from the Dollar Tree, and 2 of these barn door shutter things from the Target dollar spot. So I'm taking the frame off, and then I use my finger sander to sand everything down. Then I cover it with black so that nothing bleeds through, and then white. Now I was gonna leave it white and try to do some blue to make it look like sky, but I mean, let's face it, I'm just not that talented. So I found this beautiful paper, so I'm just tracing out the sign that I'm going to be using, or the decor piece, and then I'm just going to cut it out. I'm going to take one of the giant glue sticks from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to just glue it onto this decor piece. And once I get it all glued down and it's dry, I'm just going to take the finger sander and go around the edges, take all the excess off. And I'm just unwrapping this floating shelf. There you go. There it is. And now I am standing the barn doors up against the decor piece to mark the spot where I want the hot glue to stop. And then I flip everything over, and I'm just going to hot glue these shutters, barn door pieces, whatever you want to call them. I'm just going to hot glue them to the sides of this decor piece. And once that's done and I flip it over, I have these square wooden dowels I got off of Amazon, and I'm just going to measure them out. I am trying to make a window frame for this piece. And then once they're all cut out, these two long pieces are cut out. I'm just going to hot glue them to this picture, and then I'm going to repeat the process. I am not going to show you all of it. I just measured everything out, and I'm just hot gluing everything in place, and you will see this really adorable window when I'm done. Here it is, look. I'm just putting that last piece in, and I apologize, you can hear Skylar barking in the background. Now I am going to take some of the super glue from the Dollar Tree as well as some hot glue, and I'm going to glue this window onto the floating shelf. And then I just take a little more of the super glue and some hot glue and just glue the back just to reinforce it. And that's it. How beautiful is this? Now this is not interchangeable, but the stuff you put on the shelf can be. So I have some nautical stuff and then some Easter stuff. I love everything. I love how everything came out. I would like to thank Theresa and Sarah for hosting this amazing playlist. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. And share with your family and friends, and I will see you next time.